Hey, sketchy weather today. It is Remembrance Day too, so I thought I'd go around and capture some of the sights. And what I read today, how about this one? Where apparently in Ukraine they're developing a Mavic clone of sort, that's what they say anyways. This one says Ukraine creates analog of Chinese Mavic drone. Do you think it looks anything like the Mavic drone anyways? By the looks of this, it says Ukrainian manufacturers have made a drone with the tactical and technical characteristics of the Chinese Mavic. Over the weekend, we gathered 8 manufacturers of such drones at different stages of readiness. 2 of them have already been codified. The statement says, so far, 6 teams have already completed flight missions, a 10-kilometer flight at an altitude of over 250 meters and a target search. This was a demonstration for the General Staff, the Unmanned Systems Command, the Logistics Forces Command, Government Procurement and military units. The military assessed the quality of the products and talked directly to the manufacturers about the characteristics, features, and production capabilities. I guess they probably will have to do that in the future anyways, in terms of trying to manufacture their own drones versus being reliant on others to give them stuff. I find it kind of interesting too how they mentioned specifically it has the tactical and technical characteristics of the Mavic. It almost makes it imply as if the original Mavic drones were meant to be used, let's just say, for military purposes and all that. But this will be expected, of course. If a country can develop their own drone tech and all that, why use someone else's, correct? With making drones to fly, there's a lot of people trying to find ways to take down drones. How about this one? I guess it's kind of lighthearted. Apparently there were some golfers that had a drone actually follow its shot. It's kind of crazy. You can see here, it looks like when they took the shot, they basically had this drone fly right through it to follow the golf ball. It's kind of crazy. Must be fun at the same time too, in terms of being able to capture stuff like this, although it is really noisy because they had the mic on, it seems like, I believe, and the actual drone, and you will hear a bunch of buzzing sound as it goes. And that wasn't it. Apparently, I guess there was some event for this where they actually literally tried to swing the golf balls at the drone in mid-air. So you can see they were trying multiple times at first, and then eventually the guy actually hit the drone. It says this was part of the Abu Dhabi HSBC Championship at Yas Island. It makes me wonder if you have this in certain areas where they consider virtually every single drone as an aircraft and they say you're not allowed to shoot it and so forth. How about in situations like these, where in this case, technically it would be no difference again, like someone, let's just say, taking down a huge airplane, whereas I think for common sense for most people, yeah, no, this is like so small and so forth, you should treat it differently as like a cinematography drone. But at the same time, that's not how it is when you think about it in terms of regulations and all that. But either way, I guess this is kind of lighthearted in terms of people using the tech in that way. And a quick thought about that anyways, in terms of things like drone laws and so forth, I thought this was kind of interesting where one of you were asking me questions about drone laws and so forth in the YouTube comments, and I was going to reply, but if you haven't noticed, in YouTube, when you do a reply now, at least from the creator's end, the AI engine has assumptions on what you're gonna type in terms of an answer. I believe most people would see this when you use your phone nowadays. When you start texting people, it'll automatically assume what you are going to write, so it gives you the choice. But here it's kind of interesting where one of you asked about the drone laws here, and read what this thing says here in terms of recommending, for example, someone just visit like Transport Canada, they'll have more information and all that, or they're not sure themselves. Like, wow, are these AI engines on YouTube, for example, are gonna start commenting about drone laws and so forth, giving people advice? That's kind of crazy, isn't it? Other than that, again, it is Remembrance Day today, so let's capture some sights on what it's like today, huh? For us to remember everyone that fought for our freedoms. All right, see you guys later.